Hello, folks. How are you today? I hope you are doing so well. Now I'm started today's sessions. This is a second session. My second session speaking and reading marathon. So I'm going to in front of you read and speak to for participate in a new a second day challenge. It's a completing it's a journey of a 30 days challenges. So I'm start on today a second days challenge. So I'm start second four chapter text 35. यज ज्ञात्वा न पुनर्मोहमेव यासस्वी पांडव शो येन भूतान्य शेषाणि द्रक्ष यस्यात्म नेथोमयी. So it's a yet which Gyat was knowing Anna neighbors. So, Puna again a moham to illusion. It means some illusion means in Sanskrit word to some called in Sanskrit. So Brahma. So even like this, yes, she you shall go Pandava, O son of Pandu, yen by which a Bhutani living entities Asesani all Drakshasi, you will see Atmani in the supreme soul. Also, you or in other words, my enemy. So it's Sri Krishna is saying in this chapters in 4, text 35. So is having obtained a real knowledge from a realized soul, so you will never fall again into such a illusion. So guys, listen to be carefully about this text 35. It's most important about illusion. So against thinking of a self-realized. So it's so can it's a contribute to illusion. Without self-realization, it's a not nothing to can it's any kind of doing with clearly. So it's Krishna saying in this chapter, it's written by Srila Prabhupada, AC Bhakti Vedanta. So now for by this knowledge, you will see that all living beings are but part of the Supreme. So it's part of the Supreme, and or in other words, that they are mine, a purport. It's in a simple and easy language to understand. To define as the result of receiving a knowledge from a realized soul, or one who knows things as they are, is the learning all being. So are part of the parcel in the supreme personality of Godhead, a personality of Godhead, a Lord. Sri Krishna's a sense of existence, a separate from a Krishna is called Maya. It's a mean existence separate from Krishna is called Maya. And next one is a ma, a not, yeah, this. So something that we have nothing to do with the Krishna, that Krishna is only a great historical personality. So it will be a great personality of a Godhead. Absolute is the impersonal Brahman. Factually, as it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, the impersonal Brahman as it that a person effulgence of a Krishna. Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. You mean about a super soul? You mean supreme soul, supreme energy? You can as you wish you called as you like. So impersonal Brahman is the personal effulgence of a Krishna. Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead is the cause of everything, is the cause of the all causes. It means it a cause, which means it is cause, cause behind the causes. You say the cause behind the causes, and it will be a different personality of a, it's a supreme personality, you can say. And Brahman is a personal effulgence of Krishna. Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead is the cause of everything. Is the cause of everything. In the Brahma Samhita, it is a clearly stated that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, the cause of all causes. Even the millions of incarnation are only his different expansions. Similarly, the living entities are also expansion of Krishna. The Mayavadi philosophers, wrongly think that Krishna loses his own separate existence, his many expansions. This thought is materially in our natures. We have experienced, experienced in this material world that our think when fragmentally disturbed it, loses its own original identity. Original identity, but Mayavadi philosophers fail to understand the absolute means that one plus one is equal to one. One plus one is equal to one. Absolute means in the spiritual mathematical, it is one is equal to one is one to one is adding about spirituality in yoga about your spiritual journey. It's talking about Krishna. So that one minus one is also equal to one. One minus one is also equal to one. This is the case in the absolute world. This is the case of absolute world. For want of this sufficient knowledge in the absolute science, sufficient knowledge in the absolute science, we are now covered with illusions. And therefore, we think that we are a separate from a Krishna, although we are a separate part of a Krishna. We are nevertheless not different from him. The bodily different of the living entities is a Maya, not an actual fact. We are all meant to satisfy Krishna by Maya alone. Arjuna thought that the temporary bodily relationship with the kinsman was more important than his eternal spiritual relationship with Krishna. The whole teaching of the Gita is targeted toward this end, that a living being as a Krishna is an eternal survivor, cannot be separated from Krishna, and his sense of being and identity apart from Krishna is called Maya. The living entities as a separate part and parcel of the Supreme. Means Maya means living entities as a separate part and parcel of the Supreme. Have a purpose to fulfill. Having a forgotten that purpose since time immemorial. They are situated in a different bodies as a man, animals, demigods, etc. Such a bodily differences arises from a forgetfulness about the transcendentals, serving through Krishna consciousness. One, a pure knowledge only from the bona fide spiritual master, and thereby avoid the delusion that the living entity is equal to Krishna. A perfect knowledge is that the supreme soul. Krishna is the supreme shelter for all living entities, and giving up such a shelters, the living entities are deluded by the material energies, imagining imagining themselves to have a separate identity. Thus, under different standards of material identity, they different, they become forgetful of Krishna. So when, however, such a deluded, a living entities become a situated in Krishna consciousness, so it is to be understood that they are one, the path of liberations are confirmed in the Bhagavatam. Muktir, Muktir, Hitvan, Hitvan Yatha, Rupam, Savrupena, Swarupena, Muktir, Hitva, Yatha, Rupam, Swarupena, Vyavasthitam. Liberation means to be situated once is a constitutional position as an eternal observer of Krishna consciousness. Basically, it's a api chedasi papebhyam asarvebhyam papagritam sharva jnana palva palvinev brijnam santarisyasi अपि चेदसि पापेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः पापकृतमं सर्वं ज्ञानपल्वे Nav Vrisnam Asantarishyasi. So api means even, cheta means if, asi means you are, apapibhyam of sinners, sharve bhayam of all, papam papa kritah tamah the greatest sinners, sharvam all such as sinful reactions, jnanam pravena by the board of transcendental knowledge, eva certainly. Certainly, Brisnam, the ocean of the mysteries, Sant Risyasi, you will cross completely, even if you are considered to be a most thankful upon all seniors. When you are situated in the board of transcendental knowledge, you will be able to cross over the ocean of mysteries. You are, I hope you are enjoying this learning. So it's easy in an easy way. Easy, proper understanding of one's constitutional position in a relationship to Krishna is so nice that it can at once lift one from a struggle for existence which goes on in the ocean. In the ocean of nescience, nescience, this metal world is sometimes regarded as an ocean of nescience and sometimes as a blazing forest. In the ocean, however, as experts as the swimmers, one may be the struggles of our existence is a very savors. So, from the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the path of liberation, the board of Krishna. Consciousness is a very simple, but at the same time the most sublime. यथ धान से समिद्धो गृह भस्म सात कुरुते अर्जुन ज्ञानी ग्रह सर्वकर्माणि भस्मात् शत कुरुते यथा 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 धामसि शमिधो ग्लीनः भस्मसत कुरुते अर्जुनः जगन्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसत कुरुते तथा. Hare Krishna. Yatha just as a dhamshi, a firewood, shamidham, a blazing, agni, a fires, bhashmashat, ashes, bhashmashat means ashes of body. Akurute turns Arjuna, O Arjun, Jnana, Agniya, the fire of knowledge, Sarva Karmani, all reaction to. Show material activities. Bhashmashat. To ashes, Akurute, it turns. Atha similarly. So, as a blazing fire turns the firewood to ashes, O Arjuna, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all reaction to material activities. So, it is easy way to it's a learn and to different way and as easy language. Perfect knowledge of a self and super self and of their relationship is compared here into a fire. This fire not only burns up all reactions to impious activities but also all reactions to pious activities. So, turning them to ashes, there are many stages of reactions. There are many stages of reactions. Reactions in the making, reactions fructifying, are reactions already achieved, and reaction of priori. A knowledge of the constitutional position of to the living entities burns everything to ashes. When one is in a complete knowledge, all reactions, both priori and post priori, are consumed. The Vedas, Brother Aranyakya Upanishad 4.4.22, it is as stated, Ubhe, Ubhavasya, Ede, Tarati, Amritah, Sadhva, Ashadhuni. One overcomes both the pious and impious reaction of work. So, thank you. Hare Krishna. So, I'm some of wrap up this video here. So, thank you so much. That's all.